Good morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Truth is heartfelt. The first realization of truth happens in the heart. When the lower centers, which is nafs, and the centers of the mind, the suluk, they are merged into one another. Out of that, sacred heart is born. And that is the kalb. And that is the faculty that can experience, that can feel truth. Truth is felt by the heart, by your totality, by you, but not by the head. Truth is, it simply is, and nothing can be said about it. Lao Tse experienced it as Tao. Vedas use the word Rik. The first line in Tao Te Ching, Lao Tse says Tao cannot be expressed. When it is felt, out of that 1,001 things are born. Everything emerges out of that. And Mirza Ghalib has put it in his own words. आते हैं ये मज़ामी ख्याल में गैब से. These come to you from an unknown realm, unknown region, that is in Sufi terminology known as Alam-e-Ghaib, or in the modern terminology you can say spiritual cyberspace. Everything is there, but you have to know how to decode it. Very often it is said, mind is compared with a bat. Bat is blind, so too is mind. But this is half of the way. The reality is, bat has the capability to see. But when the light is dazzling, it gets blinded. Too much light, when it comes, it blinds your vision and you cannot see it. When there is a flickering light or dim light, in that light, what happens? Bat is capable of seeing. Truth is light, brighter than 1,000 suns. When that light comes, you are not capable to look at that. Mind gets blinded. And when there is light flickering, you can see, you can live through it. So when truth dawns, mind fails to envision it, to see it true. Through the vision of truth, mind is incapable of seeing. When kalb is invoked, the heart center is evolved, you get a new vision. And that is capable of seeing through the light that truth is. So mind gets blinded. When there is untruth, this is like a flickering light. untruth, and righteousness. These are all flickering lights. And in that you can see it, you can operate. But when the light is of enormous magnitude, and that what truth is, mind gets blinded, it cannot see it. Truth is, it simply is, and nothing can be said about it. All that can be said about it will falsify it. The word water is not water. The word food is not food. It is simply a demarcation. It's simply your image is not you, but it is true likelihood of yours. It helps one to recognize, I am seeing your picture. So when I encounter you in reality, I can recognize you. So that is the only purpose of the image. That is the only purpose of the word. Image is word in picture, and word is image in words. And if the image describes it, there is a description followed by it. That description helps to authenticate what you are seeing. Images there, the now colored images will show your face, but it does not say anything about your height, bodily structure, and so along with that image, there is a description of the color, the height, the weight, and things like these. It helps to recognize. This is what we call the images or idols. Simply to help the mind to recognize that which is. And the moment you recognize, that image becomes redundant. When you are going to receive someone at the airport for the first time, you have an image in front of you, and also you display the name of the person. So when the person sees in the visitors gallery people displaying your name, approaches you, you look at the person and try to match it with the image that you have. And after that, do you adore the image? No, the reality has manifested itself. The image becomes redundant because the truth has dawned. The image is no more needed. This is the only purpose of the idols that many religious sects follow. But they remain engrossed in the idols and thus remain in insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result each time is insanity. And this is what you do devotedly as your rituals. The purpose of this to go beyond. One criticizes the rituals of the other and continues the same thing over and over again. Hindus criticize the rituals of the others. Others criticize the Hindu rituals but continue their own way. And all that can be said about it will falsify it. There is no need for any explanation. Unexplained, utterly immediate truth is. It surrounds you, it is within you, without you. A fish once asked, where is the ocean? Ocean is you. Ocean is above you. Ocean is below you. Ocean surrounds you. You cannot live without that ocean. The moment fish is taken out of the water and placed on the sand, it for the first time recognizes the need of being in the ocean, being surrounded by the ocean. There is no need to come to any conclusion about it. Truth is that which is already concluded. That is the conclusion. You are in it. You cannot be without it. There is no way to lose it. There is no way to become distracted from it. You may be fast asleep, that is true, unaware too, but still you are in it. Still you are in it. So those who know truth well, that philosophy is not going to help in any way. The more you try to know about truth, the more you become asleep. The very effort to know leads you astray, because truth is spontaneous. Truth can only be felt but not known. You can feel the wind surging through the tree leaves and touching your body, touching your skin, but you cannot know it. Its qualities can be known that will help you to recognize it. When I say it can be felt, I mean you can be present to it, and it can be present, it can be available to you. There is a possibility of meeting. There is a possibility of becoming it, but there is no way to know it. You can be truth. It can present itself to you. You can meet. You cannot objectify truth. You cannot put it there and see it. It is not an image, it is a realization. Just like love. You cannot hold it in your hand and see it. You cannot examine it from outside. Only from inside. Only by becoming one with it, you can feel it. You can feel its presence. Feeling is the only knowledge possible. Feeling is the only knowledge possible. Hence those who know, they say love is the way. Those who know, they say love is the way. Feeling is only knowledge possible. Hence those who know, they say love is the way. Knowledge is a sort of ignorance. The word ignorance is very beautiful. Split it in two. It becomes ignorance. Truth can be ignored. That is what ignorance is. Otherwise, truth is always present. It surrounds you. You can ignore it. That is a different matter. Truth is nothing but ignorance is nothing but ignoring truth, which is already there. A man of knowledge becomes more and more ignorant, because the more he thinks he knows, the more he becomes capable of ignoring that which is. Lost in his theories, dogmas, creeds, scriptures. He no longer has the eye to look at the reality. You will recall Rabindranath Tagore was in his pirogue. It was a full moonlight. The pirogue was in the river. The river has the bushes on the two sides. The moonlight was penetrating through the bushes. Its light was shimmering on the river water. The window was, a small window of the pirogue was open. A lamp was lit, and he was reading something to know about beauty. But he was not able to do. Tired. And it was early, the wee hours of the night. He put off the candle. As he did so, the light blended into the room of the pirogue where he was. In all its majestic glory through the window. Dazed, he came out on the dock. He saw the beauty, the light, the beauty of the moonlight shimmering in the river water. The nearby bushes had a glow of it. It was a déjà vu. He was reading something about beauty, but beauty was surrounding him because he was ignoring out of his knowledge. He thought by knowing, and knowledge can help him to know what moonlight is. Lost in his theories, dogmas, creeds, and scriptures, Rabindranath was no longer has the eyes to look at the reality. Lost in words, verbalizations, his vision was clouded. He cannot see. The moonlight was surrounding him. The more you are clouded by your thinking, the more you are clouded by the mind, the more you consider yourself to be the mind, the more you will be able to ignore the truth. Nothing like knowledge is needed. Only innocence is needed. A childlike innocence, vulnerability, spontaneity, open yet not trying to know. In the very effort to know, there is violence. In the very effort to know, you have trespassed reality. You have trespassed reality. In the very effort to know, you have become an all-looker. You have attacked reality. You are trying to rape it. That is why I continuously say science is the rape on reality. The word science comes from a root which means to know. Science is knowledge, and religion is not knowledge. Religion is love. The word religion comes from the root which means binding together. Binding together is religion. Falling into love, becoming one. Truth is felt. Falling into love, becoming one with it is the way to feel truth. It is a lived and living experience. So whatsoever can be said about truth will immediately turn out to be untrue. Just because it has been said, it becomes untrue. All that has been said up to now, and all that which will be said in future, has nothing to do with truth. There is no way of expressing it. Truth is very elusive. You cannot catch hold of it. It's like breeze. When your palm is open, you feel its presence. The moment you close it, it is gone. It slipped out of your hand. You cannot catch hold of it in words. You cannot catch hold of it through the mind. Mind goes on missing it because the very functioning of the mind is against truth. Functioning of mind is non-existential. It functions in that which is not, in that realm which is not, either in the past or in the future. The past is no more, the future is not yet born. The mind only functions either in the past or in the future. In the present, there is no mind. In the present, there is no mind. If you are here now, suddenly you have slipped out of the mind. How can you think here now? Thinking will take you away from here now. A single thought and you are thousands and thousands of miles away from here now. A single thought takes you miles and miles and miles away from here now. In the here now, there is no possibility of any space for thinking to arise, because it is a state, aman. We use the phrase in Hindi, aman chan. Aman means no mind. Chan means peace, harmony, oneness. Mind functions in the non-existential, in the fictitious, in the imaginary. Mind is a faculty of dreaming. It is a dream faculty, and truth is not known, therefore, by the mind. That is why I say it is not known at all. Truth is felt by heart, by your totality, by you as an organic unity. You as an organic unity, not by the head. When you know truth, it overwhelms you. You know it by head and by toes. You know by your bones. You know it by your guts. You know it by your heart. You know it by your blood. You know it by your breathing. Just by your very being. Truth is known by being. That is the meaning when I say truth is felt. It is an experience, a realization. Truth is felt by heart. Develop that faculty. The process of meditation, devotion is to develop that faculty where you evolve out of nafs, the lower emotions, just, and then you allow the suluk to develop, and where the horizontal and the vertical meet one another, the kalp is born. In Sufi terminology, we use the term kalp zakir ho gaya. Heart is invoked, is evolved. And the moment that happens, truth is felt within. Only this much for this morning. Until tomorrow, take care and do have a pleasant day.